How do you see that in your kids, that they have so much things to do and want to
Well,
do?
because they can go from like, BBM to the internet, to the email, to their email on Facebook, to playing on the Wii, to watching TV. There's a whole array of medias for them to get into, really.
Back to Sonic Kicks for a bit. It's very electronic sounding, I'll call it. Has there been a specific moment in which you said, this is what I want the record to sound like?
Well, I think it was a kind of mixture of things, really. It was, I wanted to try and marry the kind of pop with electronic music as well. So I wanted to have a kind of electronic sort of backing, but I also wanted it to have kind of strong melody on top of it. I don't know what records in particular. I think I listened to, I really like Metal Machine Music by Lou Reed, was a kind of influence. And I listened to a lot of early electronic music as well. But I can't say any one particular thing was an influence, really. It was just a kind of general soaking up of those sounds and just trying to think that'd be great to put that with pop music as well, just to try and come up with something different if it's humanly possible, really.
Can you lift out one or two songs that stand out, that made the difference for you personally?
I think in terms of great pop songs, I think That Dangerous Age, which is the single. I think there's another song called Paper Chase, which starts from a little kind of thing and it just turns into a massive cavernous sound. And there's another great song in it called Dragonfly, which is really different, I think. I haven't really heard anything like it. I like all of it, man. I'm biased. It's all good.
You're your own biggest fan.
Yeah.
You've been making music for a long time now. What still surprises you?
Well, every now and again it does. I mean, this record surprised me because it's kind of like, actually brought it off, It's kind of from the original kind of inception of the idea of making a record like this to actually being able to visualise it. That surprised me. I think every now and again you can surprise yourself. It's not always possible, but every now and again, even if it happens every once in a while, it's like, wow. Do you know what I mean? It's achievable.
All right, last question. What seems to be the thread throughout your career is following your heart, doing what you want to do. And if that means stopping with a band that's successful, then you just do that. Have there been moments that you went on for too long with something, that you in retrospect say, well, I should have stopped a bit earlier or continued on?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, probably with the Style Council, we should have stopped, a good 2 years before we did, maybe longer.
Why?
Well, just because of looking back, hindsight is always a beautiful thing to have in it, but it's kind of, I think, realise now looking back, we kind of finished after 3 years, we kind of lost interest, we got bored with it, and you can hear it in the music. But you don't always know that at the time, you're kind of just going through this thing, and you only see those things after the event. And, but, and I could probably think of other times when I've just kind of gone round in a rut, just got stuck in a rut, but that's just, living, and it's just living and working for a long time, and you have to take the highs with the lows,
Have you experienced a similar thing during your solo career?
Yeah, it's been a lot of times, towards the end of the 90s, it was kind of just, I don't know, just tired, man, just tired.
Tired of yourself,
music?
Just
the whole process, and just creatively tired, and but then what do you do, see, because I think also the reason why I've been around a long time and still doing it is because of my whole sort of work ethic, really. And sometimes you just got to work through those periods, You can't say, okay, well, maybe I'll take 5 years off and things will get better, because they fucking might not, you know what I mean? They might not get better. And that's 5 years you've wasted. So I think I'm a great believer that you work through them, And all right, maybe not great at the time, but they're stepping stones to, next year will be better.
Even if it means that you make a lesser record?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. I wouldn't intentionally do that, but I think if you do, that's, look, you've got to look at it as a body of work and a life body of work as well, And there's going to be great moments, and there's going to be so-so moments, and there's going to be bad moments. It's just, that's the way life is, isn't it? But you look for those parts where, even if it's not so good, they're stepping stones to something that's better,
And what kind of moment is Sonic Kicks?
Oh, it's up there, man. At the moment, I might say something different to you 2 years' time, But as I feel at the moment, I think it's.
We'll talk then about.
We're meeting 2 years' time, God willing. Yeah, and I'll let you know.
Okay, thanks a lot.
All right, man.